Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are getting incredibly close here to being done with our megastructure construction, and that's good. We're going to be having enough alloys to get this done in what, 3 months, I think? Yeah, 3 months, something like that. So we're going to get our art installation upgrade done. Our sentry aerials are of course underway. And we have about 200 days on our interstellar assembly site here. So we still need to be banking a lot of alloys. There's no doubt about that. But let's go ahead and get this upgrading. As soon as this next month tick happens, we'll have like 30 left over. Yeah, exactly 30. It's not a lot for sure, but we can get that going. Incisive, yet unfinished, indeed. So let's take a look through our jobs here. Anything to be done? I don't believe there should be any, unless it just popped in. Yep, okay, that looks good.
Scientific
so we need to, well, for one thing, get our next society research going. And I think the correct answer to this is likely going to be... And these are all kind of useless. Fleet command limit, I think, is the way to go. So that's going to mean that we can increase the size of our fleets, right? That's going to be good. We are full on our influence. Now I want to go up to the EUIV here, and I want to make claims on them. So, we're going to be claiming everything that's up here with the possible exception of Howling Vortex. That's not really connected into everything else. I mean, it's connected via the L gate, so I guess that would be okay. We can do something kind of like that. That'll cost 771. And then, as far as this down here goes, we're fine with that. So we make all of these claims. I mean, there's some EUIV up here as well. We could claim all of that, like so. And then this is going to require 28 additional. Okay, for now that seems fine. Cool. Okay, so that seems completely and totally okay. We need to definitely get our interstellar assembly site done here. Okay, we found the Regan Commerce Exchange. That actually gives us the influence that we needed.
To communicate.
So we'll pop back up over here and make claims on them again and just grab in that. There we go, problem solved. They're very upset at us. I wonder why that could be. I have no idea. There's definitely nothing that we've done to incite such wrath. Definitely not. So we're going to continue looking through our jobs. Nothing to be done there at this time. So we definitely need to get our megastructures done, right? I want to get that done like this episode. That's my goal. So fingers crossed on that. Minerals from jobs would be good. We definitely need more alloy production. I'd like to hit that magical 1,000 number. And we'll see how that goes, but our need for consumer goods is great. There's no doubt about that. Interstellar assembly site is going to be done very soon, and we'll have to figure out how exactly we want to expand this with 10 additional. It's probably going to be taking this up to 50 and then expanding our number of destroyers. Is I'm guessing what's going to end up happening there. So there's the locus of our interstellar assembly done. There's another upgrade for it here. We're about 2,900 alloys short on it. We could buy in 2,500 alloys, and I definitely think we do that. That means that we get the console ring upgrading on this next month tick, which sounds good to me. We're negative on our volatile motes right now. That's definitely noted. So let's see here. There's this industrial world here. I think we build a chemical plant there, just to get us positive on the motes. And then beyond that, what else do we need? Well, nothing. Okay. That's literally the only location that needed any work. Cool. So, we have a lot of alloys in deficit right now, right? We have 43,000 for our fleet. Oh, are these guys wanting... Is this the same guys? Oh, it's not. This is the Awoken. Sure. We'll get some embassies. Cool. We have 43,000 alloys that we need for our ships. And that number is going to go up a little bit. Not a huge chunk, but a little bit. Then down here we need... How much are we expecting? The art installation, I think this is a final upgrade of the art installation, right? Think? And I think this might be the final upgrade of the Sentry aerials as well. There may be one more interstellar assembly. I can't remember the stages of them. It's sad. But if that's the case, then we don't need that many more alloys. Okay, +5 energy credits from Wumgium. I like that. That's not bad at all. So we've got about 200 days here. 750. Yeah. Let's go ahead and go through our bastions real quick and make sure that they're all relatively good to go, right? That they're all fully constructed and don't have any major mistakes in them. Because we would not want to find out that they're a little weak. This is a defense grid supercomputer here. I would like this to be swapped over to a command center. Okay, next question. Do they all have ways to get to them? So far, yes, all of these have gateways. Yup. Yup. That's the next major question that we have right now. We have to be able to get around to all of these stations, right? So Eldorok is good. Eiffel, we can get there via this gate, which kind of covers all three of these. Yon would come in via this. It's a little ways away. A research agreement, huh? We actually benefit from this in every category. We accept that. Okay, Chara comes in this way. It's a little slow, but for now it's fine. Wanya, that one is supposed to be from Harmonious Repose. We should maybe consider building a gateway in the Wanya system. I think that's definitely something that we should consider at this time. Okay, we can activate the Surveyor. And where's our construction ship? There you are. We're going to head up to Wenya, and we're going to build that gateway here. Okay. We'll get that underway. Any others that we think we need? So we've got Andrusa here, that's a trade hub. Okay, so we're now in the trade hubs. Those don't need to be connected to our gateway network. Looks good.
Incoming transmission.
Sure. You can establish an embassy. That's fine. Excellent. So, how are we doing on those Sentry aerials? About 100 days remaining there. And then we can, after we're done building this, we can go back to automatic construction. We are building the mining station in Wumgium first, so that's fine. Completely and totally fine there. Fengnar Prime needs a job, and I do think... Who's the Bulin job? You can migrate. We're going to get a heritage site here. On this Forge World, I would definitely like to put in an industrial district.
Construction complete.
There we go. We need to boost up our alloy generation. We know that that needs additional work. So that all looks fine. So now we're going to head up to Wanya and make sure that we can get up here quickly enough. The reason I want one here is if we lose Harmonious Repose for whatever reason, we want to be able to get back up this way very quickly. So Wanya is a better choke point for us. But we need one here for the L-Gate control anyway. We did just see some refugees come in. And I thought I saw an upgrade here. I must not have. Okay, galaxy-wide sensor
We have
range.
encountered some manner
Beautiful.
of spaceborne beast.
So that's our sentry array completed. Completely done. I like it. 1,000 days on our art installation. And 500 on our interstellar assembly. That's all looking great. So we're banking up alloys for the time being, and that's fine. This Forge World requires a planetary administration. We will definitely get that. Any other jobs that we need here? We're definitely seeing the late game population growth slow down. There's no doubt about that. That is certainly happening here. Okay, so at this point, we're going to want to hit this eventually, but I'm not 100% certain that either of these are final upgrades. I think the art installation is final, but I think that there might be one more interstellar assembly upgrade. Now, that's a feeling that I have anyway. So let's check in quick here with the Great Sagerin Mandate. Full equivalent. Overwhelming equivalent equivalent. Overwhelming equivalent equivalent. And superior equivalent equivalent. Looking good. Looking very, very good. We're up to almost 900 alloys per month. Reminder that our target is 1,000. I do want to put in a research lab here. There we go. That'll be a nice specialist job. There's this generator world here that is kind of transitioning into a...
Complete.
This isn't really a generator world, is it? We'll max out the generators there, and then from there we'll figure out where we want to go. We'll call that good for now. This factory world has a robot that doesn't know where it's going. We'll just get a couple of mining districts for that. This factory station here, we definitely put in an alloy foundry. That's an Uthabulin who's not going to work there, but he can migrate. Okay, the rest of that looks good. Beautiful. We're seeing additional refugees coming in, which we really like to see. Getting additional pops is one of the single most important things that we can do right now. So we've got this mining station here, right? I definitely think we put in an astro mining bay there for this job. We've got this mining world here as well. We'll go ahead and upgrade our mineral purification hub. That'll hurt our volatile motes a little bit, but I think that's okay. Wonderful. How are we doing on that gateway? We're about 40% done. Sure. Okay, so Advatir Prime requires a job. What do we put in here? Honestly, probably a chemical plant. That'll do the trick for now. It's not very space efficient, but it'll work. Yurka's full. We're going to require migration, or... No, I don't think we drop city districts here. I was thinking about it, but that'll have to migrate. So for the moment, it seems fine. We've got this factory station here. We'll go ahead and upgrade our alloy mega forge there, although this is a Nuthabulin again. I'm not sure where they're coming from, considering we're not growing them anywhere. Hopefully, they're not migrating. This urban world requires housing. It's not actually an urban world, is it? No, it really should be at least an industrial world. I'm going to make it be a forge world, though. And we're going to put in an industrial district, although that's not going to fix the overall problem. We'll also put in a city district. There we go. Cool. So our interstellar assembly is now 170 days away. We have 20k alloys banked up, which is definitely enough to upgrade it again if it needs one. And this should be the final upgrade of our art installation. I'm reasonably confident in that.
Breakthrough achieved.
Fleet command limit. That's what I like to see. Let's go for naval cap. I don't know how necessary naval cap really is. Let's go for strike craft damage. And let's work on bringing these on up. So we said frigates and potentially upgrading like our destroyers to 18 and then our cruisers to 9. I actually like that. So 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. Cool. Yeah, that seems good. Okay, more refugees have arrived. Sounds good to me. We'll see about putting them to work. So, Sirius Prime requires a job. And realistically, this is a mining world. We'll put in an industrial district for now. That sounds good to me. On our refinery world, again, we're waiting for a migration there. -1, -1, huh? This is set up as a mining world. We are low on our minerals. I'll put in a mining district. That'll be fine for now. Ultimo Ratio Regum, huh? The Great Zadran Mandate built their Juggernaut. We've had one for a while. No issues there. Cool. So assuming that we don't need to build any more megastructures, we have basically half of the alloys that we need to rebuild our fleet. That's kind of huge. Now we can get our fleet a little bit bigger than this. We could theoretically go to like a 7th fleet, but I don't think that we really need to. For the moment, I think it's fine. I'm not too concerned. There's our console ring done. The second stage was complete. So this should be the final stage. Cool. So that's about 900 days away. That was reasonably cheap. We're down to 14,000 alloys. I'm not expecting that we have any further megastructure constructions. So from here, all of our resources go towards ship production. So we should be maxing out all of these fleets, and it looks like that is indeed maxing out. And the 6th fleet is beginning its real construction. Beautiful. Our gateway site is now ready up over here, and this guy is just heading off. That's fine. We are going to need a few alloys to get this gateway built, right? 2,500. That's not that big of a deal. We can wait on that. We're going to have enough after one additional month tick. So just wait that out. No real problem. And we're going to see our naval count really, really increasing. That's for sure. Okay. There we go. That gateway is now upgrading. That should, in theory, be, for now anyway, our final megastructure expenditure. For now. Okay, let's check in on jobs while we bank up additional alloys. We're still waiting on this migration. We could force it to happen. And actually, I don't hate that idea. So we would move this over to a Forge world that has open jobs, like this one. There we go. Cool. So that'll do just fine. We have no additional unemployment. That is exactly what we want to see. Cool. And we need about 37,000 alloys to max this out. We're making 926 per month, and that's great. Let's check in on the Scanurians. They're still overwhelming. The Uvzant are currently set as superior still. Overwhelming.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
That's looking reasonably fine. I wouldn't mind going for an additional minerals from jobs, actually. Our mineral count is continuing to diminish because of our huge focus on building alloy production, right? So that's eventually going to be fine. But for now, it's not. Okay. So this art installation site is going to be done in 370 days. We may need additional alloys to make that happen, but for now we're spending our alloys, because I can't remember how many levels we've built.
Complete.
We'll find out if we need more. For now, we're spending our alloys on our ships. So we need about 32,000 more, so call it like 40 months. Ooh, plus 3 alloys. I like it. Keep in mind, we're going to have to pay upkeep in alloys as well on this. We want to be at the point where we're making 1,000 alloys per month when we are not at these crew quarters. So we're going to need to be at like, what, 1250 or something like that if we're actually at the crew quarters. We'll see what that number actually ends up being. But it's going to be reasonably high. Like higher than 1,000. But for right now, our current goal is 1,000 alloys per month. With our ships docked. Once they're undocked and we're making 1,000 per month, then I'll be reasonably happy with our economy. But for the time being, this'll have to be our first target. 250 days on that art installation. And let's just continue pumping out those ships. We do produce these very, very quickly, after all. Beautiful. What is our current fleet strength? Okay. Like 180. 170, 180 without edicts on. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. I like it. We will, of course, continue to reinforce. We're building our Titan here. The Titan takes a while. That's by far the longest portion of this. I'm glad to see the Titan being built right now. That's a good use of the alloys at this moment. So that'll keep working for quite a while. Both of these megastructures will be done upgrading by the time that Titan is done. So we've got 150 days on our art installation. As far as our final gateway site up over here, 500 days on that. Not too bad. So 907, our alloy count has diminished a little bit as we've built additional ships. That is to be expected. We've got this Forge World here. We certainly would like to build an alloy Mega Forge here. Energy weapon damage. Okay. Let's go for energy weapon attack speed. Beautiful.
We have encountered some manner of spaceborne beast.
Oh, that's very normal. We encounter spaceborne beasts all the time. Okay, so we need a job here. This is currently set up as a generator world. It's kind of all over the place, to be honest. We could just grab a civilian replica complex, helping out our consumer goods a little bit. It doesn't help our alloys, but it's okay. It's okay. So 50 days left on our art installation, and then that will be done. At this point, we can bank up our alloys, just in case, but I don't think we're going to have to upgrade it anymore, are we? We'll see. 20 days remaining. 10 more days. Oh, there is another upgrade, but this one is the perfection upgrade, which requires a bunch of the small relics. What are they called again? Minor artifacts, yeah. So how can we get more minor artifacts? Well, we kind of can't right now. Indeed. We kind of can't. If we had... Well, we don't. There's no real way to get this at this moment. We may be able to get it later. But right now, we don't have a way to get additional relics. Minor artifacts, I mean. Yeah. We definitely don't have that ability. Which is sad. But we may get it eventually. So no upgrade for this perfection. Sad, but it is what it is. For the console ring, we need 200 more days, so that seems fine. Let's go ahead and hit this reinforce all button. Beautiful. Building a bunch of battleships. Those take about 6 months each to produce. And a bunch of cruisers, about 3 months each. But that Titan is still a long ways out. 500 days on that one. We need about 20,000 alloys to max out our fleet. Once our fleets are maxed out, we're likely going to do a reconnaissance in force into the Sethelbach system. That's a lot of defense fleets there. So they have a lot of penetration, right? Shield penetration, they don't do so well against shields. But their fighters are going to penetrate the shields. So our point defense is going to be very useful. No doubt about that. We should counter it reasonably well. I would really like to get this upgraded. I just don't know of a way that we can get the minor artifacts for that. I don't know that there is such a way. For now, though, we'll continue to reinforce this. And yeah, I mean, we've got 50 corvettes, right? Apparently 166.4k of this power is our corvettes. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right at all, but whatever. So we're running the Stormfire autocannon, we're running the Guardian Point defense, and the small gamma laser on these, right? So that is nearly a full quarter of our fleet power, or rather of our fleet numbers. And yeah, there's those 4 modules. Nearly a full quarter of that is devoted towards point defense as is. That should be good enough. We need 10,000 alloys for our interstellar assembly. And the surveyor just found an additional 5 per month. I like that. Let's go ahead and buy in 2,500 here. So we need a total of 25,000 to get this all built. Okay. We'll prioritize building the interstellar assembly just to get that out of the way. And we've got that Enterprise class Titan that's going to be done soon enough. And it just tears through shields. Not so great against armor. But that's what the plasma cannons are for. So I want to take a look here. What are they using defensively again? An even mix of hypershields and neutronium armor. Okay. So there's that gateway done.
Breakthrough achieved.
Excellent. And there's our strike craft damage coming up. From here, I'm going to go for army damage. Wonderful. And I would like to get additional alloys for this interstellar assembly. I was hoping that we would have enough alloys to get that done, plus getting this done this episode. It looks like that's going to be a little bit out of reach for the moment, but we're going to be really close. Azan's Crucible rivaled us. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. And we're going to hop down over here and get this interstellar assembly going. There we go. 900 days on that upgrade. This one we cannot do, at least for the moment, so it is what it is. We almost have that Titan done, but it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to finish up our fleets and evaluate whether we think we can take on the Desanu Consonants or not. That's a lot of powerful fleets. No doubt about that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole. Actually, apologies, Casserole is no longer on that list. Indeed. ALS Gamer, Kentuin, James, Shadow Wolf, Mlohan80, Kentogan, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Spartan News, Unisil, Rogue Corvid, and all the rest. The names shuffle around from time to time. And it's understandable if you have to drop your membership now and then. Or, well, you know, if you just have to drop your membership, it's understandable. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video. And as always, I will see you all next time. That was a little awkward, but I'm sure it's fine.